Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best purchases that we've made as first-time parents. Our son is 8 weeks old, and these are things that we've been using since he's been born. So I'm going to be talking about best purchases that we've made for us as parents, for feeding, for healing, and also just for the baby. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first product that I want to talk about is the Mom Cozy Dishwasher Sterilizer Dryer. And if you guys don't stay for the whole video, or if this is the one key takeaway that I want you guys to have, it is this dishwasher. We've been using this product for 9 weeks. We wash the bottles as we got them, and then every day since he's been born, we've been using it. And this is just an amazing product. I have washed less than a handful of bottles, nipples, anything that I need for the baby. I really just throw it in the dishwasher and I forget about it, and it does everything for me, and it comes out clean every single time. There were 2 times where it didn't come out clean, and the first one is because my husband used tap water, so I would definitely recommend using filtered water. And the second time is because we needed to descale the machine. Based on how often we're using it, we actually needed to descale it a lot more often than we were doing it. And the descaling process is super easy too. You just add vinegar into the water intake, and if you go on their website, they also give you some options on how you can descale your machine as well. This just saves you so much time, and the biggest reason that I actually purchased this is because one of the reviews on Amazon was saying that this gives me more time to spend quality time with my baby rather than washing dishes and being frustrated that, the bottles are overflowing. And if you have certain bottles, there are a lot of parts. My son uses the Dr. Brown bottles, and that comes with 6 pieces total. 7 if you count the lid insert, but we don't really use that function, but we do still have it. For the first few weeks of his life, he was only bottle feeding, and so because he's bottle feeding and we only had 6 bottles, we really had to wash them consistently. And so once again, if you guys take anything away from this video, or you're just gonna leave after this first product, the Mom Cozy Dishwasher is probably my #1 highly recommended product. I have 0 complaints because the dishwasher pods are also really easy. It's a really small capsule. You throw it in there and it gets the job done. No matter how big the size of the load is, it comes out clean every time. The second product that I want to talk about is a kettle. We have been warming up his milk using hot water, and the kettle just makes the process so much faster. Previously, we were using our Breville coffee machine, and so the coffee machine was just always on and it was just always pouring hot water, and so we felt like it was inefficient. I believe this kettle costs $30 on Amazon or $20 on Amazon. We just turn it on, the water heats up, and we heat up our milk, and it's just as simple as that. The next product I want to talk about is something I didn't even want. I did not want a typical diaper bag. I didn't want to be those parents who have so many things in their diaper bags and it's so full and heavy to carry around. I got this shoulder bag from Uniqlo before he was born, and I was like, this is perfect. I'm just gonna throw in his diapers and his wipes and just call it a day. But in fact, you do definitely need a diaper bag. There's so many things to carry. You always want to have extra clothes, enough diapers. Wipes are actually really big container and they're heavy, so you definitely, unless you're buying a smaller pack, because we buy the ones from Costco, so they're really big and bulky, so having a backpack helps a lot. You also, if you're breastfeeding and you have extra clothes you want to carry for that. I also carry my pump, my handheld pump in there, so a lot goes into it, and just having a diaper bag helps immensely when you're in a rush getting out of the house. You just carry the whole thing and it's not heavy and it's structured, so nothing is falling around or moving around, and I think that was the biggest thing for me. Next are rags and birth cloth. These are the ones that we have, that we put on our registry and that our friends gave us, and I'm honestly so happy about this. These rags right here are really soft, and we've washed them multiple times and they still come out really, really soft. Just wiping my son's face with it, because it's a lot softer than the birth cloths, but I do love the size of the birth cloths, and I do lay it on my best friend pillow, which I will get into when we talk about breastfeeding. Also, always having instant formula or just a small can of baby formula is so important. when we first brought our baby home, I just thought I could breastfeed. But I was not producing enough. It was late at night, it was like 1 a.m. and I had to go to the store and buy formula at like a Walgreens, and I ended up getting robbed. Well, like somebody broke into my car and stole my bag because I was in a really sketchy area. And like, why is it only that the sketchy areas have 24-hour Walgreens? Like, I'm very confused. But anyways, it was a sketchy area. I didn't want to take my bag inside. I left it in the car, and within like 10 minutes, they stole my bag. So anyways, always having instant formula or powdered formula ready to go just in case, because you never know what could happen to your supply if you do plan on breastfeeding. So always be prepared. I don't know if we signed up for like Similac rewards or if something we signed up for put us on that list, but my husband actually got 2 cans of formula for free in the mail. I again don't know how it came or like how they knew to send it, but now that we have that, I am very grateful because we've been using those small instant formulas and we still have some left because now my milk supply has been increasing. The next product may be a little niche only because you need to have your refrigerator be positioned in a certain way for this to make sense for you. But because our fridge is like in the center of our kitchen and we have counters on each side, we put these magnetic shelves on the side, and that's where we store our bottles, the Mom Cozy dish pods, and just like miscellaneous things. So it's super easy to be accessible, especially if we have like milk in the fridge. We just grab a bottle from the side of the fridge and then we grab our milk from the fridge, pour it, and it's just like such a seamless process. It also saves you room in your cabinets, which we don't even have space in our cabinets. I would highly recommend that if this is something that's possible for you guys. It just saves you so much space, and it doesn't even have to be for your bottles. It could just be for your formula or something, but it's just amazing. The next category I want to talk about is for breastfeeding, and honestly, this has been such a challenge. So if you are going through it and your supply is going in and out or your supply hasn't fully come in yet, I hope that that process is going well and it doesn't drain you. You're doing a great job, and a fed baby is a happy baby. So at the end of the day, if formula is something you have to give, like just give yourself so much grace because you're doing the best that you can. And I know a lot of people say that and it can just go out one ear, but it's really true, and you do have to just keep reminding yourself. I pretty much found all my great tips on TikTok, and so if you guys want a video on that, please let me know, or just go ahead and search up like breastfeeding tips on TikTok because there are so many great people who are sharing their experiences. First and foremost, I have the Spectra S1 pump. Let me go get it. I have the Spectra S1 pump. I've seen this product being compared to a lot of other breast pumping products, and they always say that this one has just a really good suction. This one was highly sought after. It had great reviews, and I think it just works really, really well. There is a bit of a learning curve to this, so I would just show myself, again, a lot of grace because it could be really frustrating when you see people online giving advice on like the settings and it like just doesn't work for you. Again, there's great resources on TikTok on how to increase your supply using the pump, or if you want to just learn more about the different settings. I basically learned everything through TikTok. I would just say that take it as a grain of salt, and if those settings that people are offering are not working for you, there's no like one perfect way. So I just want to mention that. When I was at the hospital, the lactation consultant came and kind of just taught me how to breastfeed, but it wasn't working, so she did give me a handheld pump so that I could be able to pump for my baby, and that is what I've been using in my diaper bag. I take it just in case we go on like a long drive and my son needs to feed, then I'll go ahead and like hand pump for like 10 minutes and then feed him what came out. And I think this is just a great process because if you are engorged and you have nowhere to pump because like you're driving or something, this is a great way to release. I did want like the hands-free breast pumps from like Mom Cozy or like Willow. Has been popping up a lot on like my Instagram, but I just can't justify it because there's like a no refund policy, and if I did not like the pump itself or my milk wasn't coming out as effectively as a Spectra S1, then I would be left with like a $200 product that I can't even use that well. So I have not purchased that, and I think the handheld pump is amazing. The next product I want to talk about is the Best Friend pillow. When we went to the hospital a month after our baby was born for our lactation consultation, they used the Best Friend like pillow, and it was amazing. It does cost like $50 to $60 online, but we bought it used on Amazon for like $40. And I am able to have him on me, and I could do a football style feeding and pump at the same time without really holding him. Like, I'll have my arm resting on the pillow just to protect his body, but it's not anywhere near like the Boppy, because I did buy that from Burlington for like $13. It just seems so ineffective because I have to like hold the Boppy and hold my son's head at the same time. It really limits my arms and also just what I'm able to do while I'm feeding him at the same time. The next category that I want to talk about is for moms who are healing. And again, the number one takeaway in this category, if you don't take away anything else, is just get the diapers, okay? These are the diapers that I used for the 5 weeks that I was healing. These diapers were amazing because it gave me a great sense of security that I wasn't gonna leak whatsoever. I wasn't actively like peeing in my diaper. I would try to, every time I had the sense of urgency, go, but sometimes like there are accidents, and it was just great for these moments. Like, yeah, you're home and you're healing, but you just never know. And especially like if you try to exercise within those first 5 weeks of healing, or however long you're healing, you do tend to bleed a lot more. And so again, these diapers were just amazing for me. And this was recommended to me by my sister-in-law, and I'm so glad she did recommend this to me, because I wouldn't have been confident to leave the house, which with these I was able to. So again, 10 out of 10 would recommend. If there's anything you take away from this section, it is diapers. Also, this perineal spray from Freedom Mom I think was way better than the Tux pads, only because you had to peel individual layers of the Tux pad and then lay it onto like your diaper or your pad neatly. But this spray is a foam, so you just like spray it and it's so much easier. So if you run out of the Tux pack that they give you at the hospital, I would 100% recommend you just changing over to the perineal spray. And I do want to note that if you do buy Tux pads from Amazon, they are not refundable. And I had to learn that the hard way because I tried to return it because I didn't end up using it and they wouldn't accept it. Okay, the last section that I want to talk about is for the babies. And honestly, this is really for the parents, but it'll just make your lives so much easier. The number one product in this category, if you take away anything, is the electric nose suction. And this one is from Groansy. And this was on my registry, and I'm so glad I put this on my registry because there is that nose suction that I've seen, like the manual ones that I've seen parents use. If there was a better way, I would totally get this. This one comes in a case. It comes with 3 different types of inserts, and it's super compact. It comes with 3 level settings, and you just turn it on. This is the highest setting. We've been using this basically since week 1 of his birth, and we've had no problems. He's not fussy. He doesn't like hate it so much that he's constantly crying when we're using this product. And that is like the biggest thing. When I would see other parents using the manual suction, like their babies are wailing because obviously like it's like a fat piece of plastic going up their nose. But this one is like a flexible silicone, and it just gets the job done every single time, and I'm just so happy. We use this pretty much like every day because like there's a booger every day, and so this product is 10 out of 10. I recommend it so much. And the last product that I want to talk about is a nail file. We do have nail clippers which work great for like his toenails, but I feel like he's so squirmy when I try to cut his nails. So this nail drill is amazing, and because I do my own nails, like I'm really familiar with how drill works, and so it's just super easy and convenient. They do sell these at like Burlington. I've seen them before, and it's not the same exact brand, but I think this one is the Haka brand, but they do have off like name brand products that are literally look exactly the same. I've seen them at Burlington for like $12, I believe, and it's just super easy. There's like 4 different settings that you can do, and this light actually is a lot more helpful than you think. And so this is what I've been using to trim my baby's nails, because baby nails are really sharp, so having this on hand is amazing. So if you haven't put one on your registry, I would highly recommend. But I wouldn't recommend it to somebody who doesn't know how to use a nail drill because I don't think my husband could be able to use this. Not that it's like unsafe, but I do think it's a little difficult to like get the right angles if you have no idea what you're doing because you've never used a drill before. But getting familiar with it before your baby actually needs it can also help a lot. This completes the best purchases that I've made as a first-time mom, and I hope this helps anyone. And if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave it down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!